Hey everyone, okay, so I've been asked to give you the top 3 takeaways I got from Arec 2013. Now I've got a long list, as you know, and I've chosen 3 that I think are going to really make a difference. And a lot of these points are gelled by a few different people, so I'll explain it the best way I can. Alright, the first thing I've got is basically something I heard from Tom Panos, and I can listen to Tom Panos talk about anything. He talks to me about the colour of the grass, and I'll still listen to the guy. That's how intriguing and energising he is. But he spoke about something like this, and it says, it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. I'll say it again, it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. And to me, that relates back to marketing, which relates back to prospecting, relates back to getting your foot in the door and being the agent that people ring, being the agent that's at least on that shopping list. It's not really about who you know, it's who knows you. And Phil Harris touched upon this in a way about saying that you need to design your marketing plan for the year so that you've got your stuff being promoted, you've got your plan already done, and you're pushing yourself out there and getting yourself known. So really, you need to be known to even be on the shopping list, because no matter how good you are, you're not going to be called into the appointment. Okay, Nick Renner, for point number 2. He had a fantastic point, and it said, it's part of the part of the open house dialogue. And Rick Russian did say, one thing, are you when someone walks in, you ask them, are you researching buying or selling today? So this goes along those lines. Now, Nick Renner said, have you had a recent appraisal done by a NAT Group agent? So to go along those lines at the open house dialogue that you're talking with buyers, are you researching buying or selling today? Oh, we're just researching maybe just what prices are worth and what houses are going for. Great, well, have you had a recent appraisal done by a NAT Group agent? That basically gets your appraisals up there. It's asking the question straight away, and you're getting your foot in the door again, because remember, it's about how many people you go to see. It's a face-to-face thing, this real estate business. All right, and number 3, something that David Knox also covered upon, which I think is great in marketing, because we've got this marketing program, we've got a few points of difference to every other agent, just like everyone else has. But when he sells his marketing, he does stuff like, and I'm sure it's on an audio somewhere, but he explains the difference and says, Mr. Seller, I know you've got these normal professional photos, but what we do here at NAT Group Real Estate is we get this crane and we get this elevator camera. It takes HDR photos and an overview of the property. We do it at twilight, so it's got beautiful light around it, and they get to see it in the magical, colours of the dusk. And that just brings a lot more inquiries, and we found that it clicks 3 times more people. So if it reaches more people, how much do you think that's worth to you? And you'll write down, is it worth maybe an extra 0.5% on your sale price, an extra 1%? Okay, 1%, great. So you write down 1. Mr. and Mrs. Vendor. Now, we also here at NAT Group do property videos. And property videos we've seen, and here's a proof of it, it basically tripled your clicks, so you get 300 more views on your properties. So instead of getting 10 views like this property has, and I have got a slide that does show this, we're getting 30 views a day. So if we're getting triple the amount of buyers from these property videos, how much more money do you think that'll be on your sale price if you get 3 times more buyers there? An extra 0.5%, extra 1%, 1. Great. So apparently you go through all your points of difference, and at the end of it you tally it down, and just for the purposes of this video, let's just say it's 10%. So if your house is roughly estimated about $500,000, by doing all this other stuff and tripling the amount of buyers that come through, an extra 10% is what we can get you. So that's really $50,000 worth for this advertising campaign that's only worth $3,000. Now let's be conservative and say that it only brings you in, rather than 10%, 5%. So it'll actually bring in an extra $25,000 if we promote things this way and get people coming through the door. I think that is something fantastic. And lastly, I know you said 3, but I'm going to give you one bonus tip. As you know, part of my ideal week is to call 20 people a day, and my ideal week is just jam-packed. Something that Phil Harris also said is to call 20 people before 12, because what I'm finding is the day goes so quick that it's hard to get to 20 people in the afternoon when chaos starts to happen. So I've got to redo my ideal week, and I'm okay doing that. But the tip of doing 20 people before 12, that's fantastic, because it means your prospecting gets done, your calls get done, and basically that is the majority of your work, and the rest is just a bonus. So guys, that is my tips. Thank you so much for watching. I'll share a lot more with you later on, and hopefully this is great. Chat to you soon.